Obviously, I've never used a food mill before. It's that easy. Pardon me. Cut!
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm a professional chef, and this is my $240 Thanksgiving dinner.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo, and I'm a home cook. And these are my $32 Thanksgiving dinner ingredients.
Here we go. I can work with this.
I don't even know where to begin.
So, my Thanksgiving dinner was going to be very special. I was planning to make a roast heritage turkey with a glaze made from currant jelly and brandy.
Brandy.
The dry brine is a bunch of toasted spices. I've got clove, paprika, juniper berry.
Is that dry blueberries?
I was also going to make a beautiful potato dish on the side called Palm William, aka Palm Bill. And of course, I was gonna make a gravy. My gravy was gonna be made with the pan drippings, simmered with some shallots and some herbs.
Cheese looks good. Cheese.
It was all going to be delicious. With Lorenzo's recipe, I've got ingredients that you could easily find at the grocery store or probably already have in your pantry. They might be a little bit on the simpler side, but with some technique, we can definitely make it better.
I love stovetop stuffing. It's delicious.
If I had to guess, I would say this probably cost around $45. $32? How much was this turkey?
So if I had to guess, I would say 150 bucks. $240? Get out of town! Okay, so this is Chef Bill's recipe book. And of course, no recipe, only ingredients.
Thanksgiving carries a lot of weight and pressure. Just think of it as just another dinner. Don't get overwhelmed.
Roast turkey with currant and brandy glaze and Palme William. I don't know who you are, William. Earth calling Rose. Come in, Rose. Copy. Hi, Rose.
How are you, Lorenzo?
I have many fancy schmancy ingredients here.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's start with the bird. Let's start with the turkey. I thought I would be stuffing a turkey, but am I breaking this down?
Yes, you are gonna break down the turkey. So what you're gonna do is take the turkey and you're gonna wiggle the wings a little bit, make them a little bit loose, pull them away from the breast.
Here, wingy, wingy, wingy dingy.
And then you're gonna take a sharp bony knife and you're gonna cut the skin and then look for that joint and it'll get loose and then just slice right through it.
Quack, 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 quack.
Next, you're gonna do the legs. And same thing there. Cut away the skin, and then just wiggle it around and cut through that joint. The nice thing is, you get to practice on one side and then do it on the other.
Pardon me. Knock! That's so gross. After I do all the legs and the wings, what about this breast portion?
The breast portion, you're gonna take really sharp kitchen shears and cut out the backbone, save it for your stock, and then you're gonna keep the breast whole on the bone so you can roast it that way.
Happy Thanksgiving, Rose. Thank you for all your help. Well, folks, there you go. Turkey has been separated, broken down into parts. I'm ready for the next step. Thanks, Rose.
Here's the turkey that Lorenzo sent me. Looks great, but instead of just salting it and throwing it in the oven, we're gonna spatchcock it. It's gonna roast a lot faster and a lot more evenly. We're gonna start by taking out the neck, save that. A lot of flavor in a neck. And then breast side down. And you're just gonna start by cutting on either side of the backbone. It's a great sound, I know. To flip it around and go the other direction. So now what we're left with is this breastbone right here. Now, we could remove that, but I'm just gonna break it and lay it flat. So now we've got our turkey spatchcocked. Delicious. So I've got the backbone and the neck from the turkey. We're gonna use that to make stock. I'm just going to season these, a little bit of oil, some salt, some pepper. I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 425 until they're nice and dark.
I'm basically putting together a dry brine.
So now we're gonna make a little dry brine for this turkey. It's just salt and sage leaves.
And I need to toast black peppercorns, juniper berries, cloves.
Make sure you toast them until they're nice and fragrant.
Wow, it smells like Thanksgiving. Now I'm gonna add a few beautiful fresh sage. Wow.
I've got some sage from Lorenzo here. Super simple, we're essentially making sage salt. I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup-ish kosher salt in here.
Salt, 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 salt.
And a few sage leaves.
Smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder.
So now I'm just gonna process this.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So here we go, sage salt.
Let's start. Here we go. Wow, it's smelling pretty good in here. It's not even cooked.
So this is the base of your flavor on this turkey. Getting it all over the skin is gonna draw out the moisture, and that way you're gonna get a nice crispy skin on it. So I'm just gonna add some pepper to this as well. There we go.
Alrighty, turkey parts have been covered completely with this beautiful, fragrant dry brine. The next step, I have to refrigerate this for, I believe, 24 hours.
The longer you let it sit, the better it's gonna be. The crispier skin you're gonna have, and the more flavor it's gonna have.
See you later. I'm gonna have a cappuccino and a little nap. Okay, dry brine turkey has been refrigerating for about 24 hours.
You can visually see how the skin is sort of dried out a bit. It's gonna be really nice and crispy now. I am gonna take off some of this excess moisture, just a little bit, and then I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of oil on it.
Next step, oven it goes.
We're gonna put this in at a pretty high temperature to get it going, so around 425 until it's getting pretty crispy, and then we're gonna drop the temperature and cook it until it's done.
So the turkey's in the oven doing its thing, and now it's time to make deglaze. Never done this before, folks, so bear with me.
The glaze is super simple. It's just melting jelly down, adding the citrus rind, garlic with some vinegar.
Oh, it's melting rather fast, actually.
Once that's kind of simmered together and you're starting to bring out those flavors, take it off the heat, add the fish sauce, add the brandy, and you're ready to go.
The brandy. Ooh. I believe let's do 1 cup.
Lorenzo will be using a super expensive, very nice, very tasty brandy, but you can definitely get away with a cheap one here.
Okay. Huh. It's very watery. Interesting.
All right, time to make our stock. Lorenzo gave me this box of chicken stock from the grocery store, which is fine, but we're gonna make it taste better and more like turkey. To do that, I'm going to start with some aromatics. I've got celery, carrots, onion, super simple. It doesn't need to be pretty. I'm not even gonna take the skin off of this onion. This is all just about getting flavor.
Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, but next is my beautiful currant and brandy glaze. So let's do a little bit of painting, shall we? Criminy, that looks good. Okay, application 1 complete. Let's put it back in the oven for another 20. I'll see you again.
I'm gonna throw in some peppercorns too, just whole. That way we can get them out at the end. The roasted backbone and neck got some nice color. In they go, just like that. And then the chicken stock. So this is a quart of chicken stock, but we're gonna want more stock than that. So I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna put enough water in here just to cover everything. You can never have too much stock. I'm gonna throw this on the stove and simmer it for as long as I'm cooking.
Okay, we are at the beginning stages of that incredibly crazy named potato thing I'm making, a Palm William.
Palm William is a classic potato croquette made a little fancy by shaping it like a little pear and decorating it with a clove.
The first thing we do is we make mashed potatoes. It's pretty simple. Let's peel it up.
Mashed potatoes are super simple. Peel the potato, boil it in some salted water. When it's tender, I drain them and put them through a food mill.
Obviously, I've never used a food mill before. Rose mentioned something about this food mill.
You're gonna wanna go on the fine mesh and you just crank it around. But one of the nice things about a food mill is it basically will leave the potato peels behind and give you a really nice, light, creamy mashed potato.
It's that easy. Pardon me. Okay, time to finish up my mashed potatoes.
Palm William starts with some great mashed potatoes. So great mashed potatoes in my book are russet potatoes with some heavy cream, some butter, some creme fraiche or sour cream, and a little bit of white pepper in there.
Yeah. Whee!
All right, stuffing time. Lorenzo gave me stovetop. The stuffing's so delicious that kids will lie to their parents to eat it twice.
Your mom is making stovetop? Hello, Mom.
Mom, they're making stovetop stuffing.
With Lorenzo's recipe, it was all just going to be mixed together. What I'm gonna do is render the sausage to get the fat, to then cook the mirepoix in, and then use that as the base. I think it's gonna be delicious. I've got our stock from earlier simmering over here. I'm gonna use it straight out of the pot, and it'll go right into our stuffing. So I'm gonna start with the sausage here. I'm just gonna break that up and brown it. We want all of that fat to cook out of it.
I am making my own breadcrumbs, as one does at home. It's actually gonna be the outer coating of the palm bill potato thingies that's shaped like a pear that I'm gonna be frying thanks to Chef Bill. I love sourdough bread. I love artisan bread. I like bread, period. I'm just gonna cut these in about an inch wide, throw these slices of bread into the oven to just dry it out. Can't wait to start shaping those pears.
Once it's browned, I'm gonna just transfer it to keep it to the side. Try and leave as much of that fat in the pan as possible. I'm gonna add just a little bit of cooking oil here just to kind of supplement that sausage fat. And then in goes our aromatics. I'm just gonna season this with salt and pepper. I'm gonna add in my sage. While this cooks, I'm going to beat 2 eggs. The eggs are just gonna bring it together and make it more moist and kind of casserole-esque.
Okay, we're gonna be shaping the mashed potatoes into the pear shape to make these palm bill potatoes, croquettes. The potatoes that I had made earlier has been chilled, so that's very, very important. And now I'm gonna mix in the array of other flavors here. Some nutmeg, wow, chives, this is Parmesan cheese, I believe, and 2 egg yolks. Ta-da! Okie dokie.
So now that we've cooked this down a bit, I'm gonna deglaze the pan just a tiny bit with some of our stock. Just a little bit in there to scrape up the brown bits on the bottom. Okay, in goes the stovetop. Honestly, it's just breadcrumbs and seasonings. It's pretty much what you would be putting in if you were making it from scratch. All right, back in with our sausage. Give that a good stir. And then the next part is all about taste and feel. So we're just gonna add stock to this until we feel like it's the right consistency. I'm thinking probably around 4 cups, but we'll see.
All right, I am now going to proceed to shape these into pear shapes. And away we go. Okay, the old roller. Wow, these are my Play-Doh days. I feel like I'm regressing. Yay! I think that's a pear. I think that's a pear. Is it a pear? This is fun. Chef Bill.
Okay, we're getting there. I'm gonna fold in my egg. Okay, that looks good. It smells good. Okay, I'm not gonna pack this down flat and smooth it out on top because I want these crags and bumps and crevices to kind of get the crunchy, crispy bits on top. I'm just gonna throw this into a 400-degree oven until it's crispy on top. But that's not all for the stuffing.
Getting the hang of this. I don't want to make anymore. Okay, it's time to dredge.
I'm not the only one that thinks that stuffing is the best Thanksgiving side dish. So what I'm gonna do is use the stovetop in a different way to make some stuffing croquettes to serve as an hors d'oeuvre to your guests. So I'm gonna start with butter this time because we're not gonna put sausage in this.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. This has been glazed a couple times. I'm doing one last run of the glaze. It's really, really beautiful.
To the melted butter, I'm just gonna add onions, carrots, and celery. Season that with a little pepper. Put in my sage. I'm gonna start adding a little bit of stock. Our stovetop. Give that a stir. I'm gonna turn that off. Beat an egg. I'm going to fold that into this. Just so that it holds together really well. I think that looks great. So I'm gonna let it cool until I can handle it and form my croquettes.
We are dredging and coating the beautiful shaped potatoes. I have to be careful now. I don't want them to lose its shape. Hello, hello. Cute as a button. I'm just playing. It's fun. It's holding its shape pretty well. I'm really happy about that. So far, so good.
So my stuffing is cooled. I'm ready to form my croquettes. I'm just gonna take it by the rounded spoonful and form them right in my hand. I'm gonna want them packed together pretty well so they hold up in the fryer. You're gonna play all 8 minutes of me silently making croquettes, right?
It's like I've been doing this all my life. Voila! Palm bill croquettes, shaped in pears. And now they need to freeze a bit to hold its shape before I fry them up.
Our croquettes have been in the freezer for about 15 minutes. Our oil is at 350 degrees, so now I'm gonna fry. When frying, you wanna maintain the oil temperature. So I just put cold croquettes in hot oil. The oil temperature is going to drop, but then you just wanna adjust your flame to make sure that it comes back up to about 350 or 360 degrees.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It is browning, for sure. They're looking really, really good.
They kind of look like turkey meatballs.
They're so cute. And Papa Bear. Holy stromboli.
I'm just gonna salt these with a little kosher salt.
I'm gonna pull these babies out.
And there you have it, stovetop croquettes.
I must complete the transformation from potato to pear. That's why I'm mad. So I have these cloves, and I am just basically going to kind of mimic the stem. Stick them right on top. They're cute. Feel like a little kid. It's playtime. And voila. Potato to pear. Salt, salt, salt. I think it's beautiful. They really do look like pears. There you go. Palm bills.
So the turkey is just about done. I'm gonna grab it out and then we're gonna let it rest for about 30 minutes.
Holy stromboli. It looks beautiful.
It's got crispy skin. There's tons of pan drippings down there.
I'm excited.
Okay, time to make our gravy.
Gravy train? Oh God, why?
So I've got the pan drippings here. I've skimmed off almost all of the fat, and I'm gonna supplement that with that delicious stock that's been cooking on the stove all day. I want about 4 cups of liquid.
We're making gravy. Who doesn't like gravy? So I'm gonna use my butter.
I'm gonna make a basic roux here. It's gonna be butter, flour, the pan drippings, and some stock. And since sage is the one herb that we have today, we're gonna add some more sage into this.
Add these shallots. Ooh, it smells great.
Okay, our butter smells like black pepper and sage, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the flour to that. Whisk out any clumps. And I'm just gonna let this roux cook for a second. You really wanna cook this so that the flour doesn't taste raw. Oh, right there, that's a nice toasted color. I'm gonna go ahead and add my pan drippings to that.
All this yumminess. Wow, wow, wow.
And this is gonna get super thick, super fast. And so I'm just gonna start adding some stock.
Chef Bill sent me homemade turkey broth. Thank you, Chef Bill.
I'm just gonna add stock until it's the exact consistency that I want in my gravy. I'm just gonna let this simmer for a little bit.
Wow. Good, it smells fantastic. Let's use a little bit of salt. All right, this is cornstarch. Typically it's 1 to 1. All right.
To thicken gravy, people can use either flour or cornstarch. Here, I used cornstarch because I like the satiny, silky kind of shine that it gives to it.
I think we're good. Next, I'm adding beautiful fresh parsley and chives.
And that's a classic turkey gravy right there. Our gravy's done.
It's basically done, you guys. It's done now.
Carving a turkey is exactly like carving a chicken, except it's bigger.
Let's carve it.
So I'm just gonna break it down into the individual components that you would serve it as and slice up some breast meat.
Look at all the juiciness. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm getting a little bit of that beautifully glazed skin. This is so juicy. I'm crying. It's beautiful.
And there you have it. Our turkey is carved and ready for plating.
I mean, I can't wait to dig in, you guys. Gosh.
I think I'm gonna do one of these drumsticks, actually. Maybe just for good measure, a little bit of turkey breast. Stuffing here. Gotta get the crispy bit. And that's what's so good about these croquettes, is that they are all crispy bits. And for gravy, I'm gonna do a liberal pour. And this is my take on Lorenzo's Thanksgiving recipe. It looks delicious. The gravy is the exact right consistency. The croquettes are nice and crispy. The turkey breast is super moist. It's got it all. I can't wait to see what he did with my recipe.
I'm just gonna go for it. serve up some big slices here. Oh goodness, this is our chance to serve up Papa Pear, baby pear as well. I love it. Now, I am going to use my gravy, and this is my take on Chef Bill's turkey dinner. Brine turkey that's been glazed. I've got palm bills and delicious homemade gravy. I mean, what more do you want on a Thanksgiving day? Chef Bill.
Hi, how are you?
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Beautiful. That's a big pear.
That is Papa Pear.
It looks great. It looks really good. Yeah, a little stovetop fritter. Stuffed in 2 ways.
Okay. Of course, went over and above and did a fritter for me. I want to taste it. Is it okay?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, it's extremely moist. I love it.
Good.
It's really yummy, man.
Nice and crispy.
Very.
Get a little gravy for the fritter.
So good.
Can't wait to taste this. Let's see here.
Really?
That's delicious.
Oh, that
And
is
the gravy
nice of
is
you.
great. Everything's nicely seasoned. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
The potato, though.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Perfect. It's so crunchy. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Chef Bill.
you.
You are awesome soy
Yeah,
sauce.
this has been great.
We did it, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.